going on, everybody? It's still alive, checking back in with y'all. Man, I'm coming at y'all with a video today, man, reacting to this video about this is just about one game, but it's just about the way the refs are reffing certain teams nowadays and pushing certain teams to be better than they actually are because, like, I can go through. I made videos and edits into this shit of fucking just bad calls, like 10 in a row the other night. Bad calls where OKC either fouled Lakers and Lakers got called for the foul, or OKC just completely freaking hit the fuck out of the Lakers players and got no call. Like, it's getting ridiculous. And it's not just with them team. It's a few teams. And
gentlemen, we have an issue in the NBA. Because what we all just witnessed tonight between the Lakers and the Thunder was some of the worst officiating that I have ever had the privilege of laying my eyes upon. Now, I know what a lot of people are thinking when they clicked on this video. That this video is only going to be talking about OKC and hating on OKC because they flop and yada, yada, yada. But that is not the video. That is not what we're going to be talking about. We are going to be looking at all of the calls that happened tonight. And we are just going to be talking about how the NBA has completely let the product of basketball start to burst apart because of horrible officiating. So without further ado, let's get into it. And we start right here. Now, apologies.
I'm mad.
I cannot show my face in this because I do not want to get sniped off the face of the earth and get copyrighted by Adam Silver because he never really goes after the officials. He just goes after guys like me. It's happened quite a few times. However, let's get back to it. As you can see right here, the Lakers are on a fast break.
If you
look at my cursor right here, DeAndre Ayton is right here. He's going to roll down here and try to post up Chet Holmgren. Marcus Smart has the ball. And as you see right there, DeAndre Ayton is posting up Chet Holmgren, getting an entry pass from Marcus Smart to hopefully get a bucket and extend on the Lakers' good start to the game. Now, what happened? They said DeAndre Ayton put his arm into Chet Holmgren's face, offensive foul. And you can see right here, the official is calling an offensive foul. And JJ Redick saw this, and rightfully so, was very upset, so he decided to challenge. And this is when we get the other angle of this so-called offensive foul.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
He didn't even hit him in the face. Now, to the refs' credit, they did challenge this, the Lakers, and they did get the ball back, and the foul was rescinded from DeAndre Ayton.
See, they did that in one of the games, LA and Thunder, and they even went to the monitor to check it, and they still made the wrong call.
But the thing is, this would have been an easy 2 points. And I don't understand how the ref can be sitting right here, watching it happen, and still get the call wrong. However, I digress. We have a lot more clips to get into. So let's go on to the next one. And this one starts here with LeBron James posting up Lou Dort. He's making a move towards the baseline to get an easy basket, right? So he does so. And if you missed it...
Like, I'm not a Denver fan, but Denver should have 100% won their fucking, their series. They were destroying Minnesota, and then the refs got involved. I fuck with Denver. I fuck with Minnesota. I'm not a fan of either one. I'm a Lakers fan, but Denver should have won that clear as day if the refs didn't get involved. If they would have just called it fair, a lot of them games would not have went Minnesota's way.
Let's watch it again, but this time, look at LeBron's right arm.
He already got how many MVPs in the championship?
There it is.
They don't want him to win.
Clear as day. As you can see, as he is laying this ball up, Jalen Williams has his arm going right across LeBron's shooting hand as he is making this layup.
LeBron getting another ring doesn't fit.
What does LeBron do after he makes the shot? He looks to the refs and wonders, where is the foul? Because clear as day, we all saw it. There was a foul. And where was the ref in this entire situation? Right there on the baseline, watching it from the best seat possible in the house. He had HD TV Predator drone footage from every single angle and did not call it. And I know it seems like I'm bagging on the Thunder a lot, but we still have more clips to get through. At the start of this clip, you can see that Austin Reeves right here is clearly fouling Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Now, any ref, even though I know a majority of you would not like it, is going to call this because
No, this is not a foul. This is playing defense. OKC does this 24/7. I don't think this should be called either way. This is the type of defense we need to bring back. It's the clear fouls and shit that get called that need to be fucking called. This is just defense. This does not need to be called as a foul.
if we look right here, even at the start of the clip, it's egregious. I mean, he is literally bear hugging Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And the ref could have easily gotten out front of all of this and said, hey, that's a foul. And then Austin Reeves knows, hey, I can't hug him like that. But what does the ref do? He doesn't call a foul, which then leads to this. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander twists Austin Reeves' elbow. Is it dirty? Yes. And is it a flagrant foul? Yes. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander got hit with the flagrant foul. But let me be clear. If you call the initial foul for
Wasn't an
OKC,
initial foul.
this does not happen. Now,
I
yes,
disagree with you
does it
there.
benefit the Lakers? Obviously, it benefits the Lakers. They get a free throw out of it. But this should have never been called in the first place because you got to call the first foul. And this was the tipping point.
That's where you're wrong. We need to go back to the 90s rules. If it's not a hard foul, it's not a foul. I'm tired of the soft fouls. I'm tired of the barely moving your arm into a defensive player's arm to try to draw a shooting foul. I'm tired of all that shit. None of these are fouls.
My opinion, for when the refs 100% lost the entire control of the game. We move on to the next clip. And in this clip right here, you see that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is driving to the basket, and obviously you see Austin Reeves is about to foul him. So what happens? He fouls him. And he kind of does the same exact thing that Shai did to him, and Shai gets thrown to the ground. It obviously is a foul, and they called it. However, what did they have to do? They had to review it for a flagrant foul, which ended up being not a flagrant foul. So these are two very similar plays that were not reffed the same exact way, despite both of them.
They're not the same, no. Austin Reeves was going for the ball. Shai just twisted Austin's arm just because he was tired of fucking Austin playing D on him. That's two different things. Two different complete plays.
Going to review. Now, I get it. Refs are human. They make mistakes. But we are already 4 clips deep into this entire investigation, if you will. And we are seeing inconsistent reffing all over the place. So I know a lot of people that are watching this video think that I'm some OKC hater. And yes, a little bit because of the best team in basketball. And I always want to see the best team in the basketball lose.
The thing is they wouldn't be the best team in basketball. They might still have the best record. They might still be the overall number one, but they wouldn't have the record they do, and they wouldn't be blowing teams out by the way they do if their games weren't ref the way they are. Their games are ref the way they are, and it makes it very easy for them to end up getting up 20, 30 points. They wouldn't have the record they do right now if the refs didn't get involved.
Unless it's my favorite team. But more than anything, I just want to watch basketball, and I want to watch it with as little ref interference as possible, but obviously, I want the refs to step in when they need to. And it pains my heart to say this. But yes, my friends, we have to move on to another clip. Now, right here in this clip, as you can see, LeBron is starting his motion for a jump shot. The Lakers are down 13, but there's still 5 minutes and 40 seconds left. And if anybody has watched the NBA playoffs in the last 3 years, you know that there's been way more crazy comebacks than being down 13 with 5 minutes and 40 seconds left.
Shit.
So LeBron goes into his shot. Now this one, I apologize. I am going to turn the audio on so you can hear everything.
They called it on the ground. I remember that play.
Now, as you can see, LeBron is very rightfully angry. Why is he angry, you might ask? Because they called that foul on the floor and not a shooting foul, when the entire time that he was fouled, he was shooting the ball.
But Shai can literally not be in shooting form at all and just flop and chuck something up there and get a shooting foul.
This isn't
that's the inconsistency there.
Easy
LeBron clearly actually got hit.
Foul to call. I'll give the refs a little bit of credit. But when it's a continuation like this, you have to call that a shooting foul.
Facts.
So not only do the Lakers get 2 points taken off the board and a potential 3 point to cut it into a almost one-digit game, you lose all the momentum
over and over again.
And now instead of being down 10 with 5 minutes and 39 seconds left, You are still down 13, which is a whole extra possession against the best team in basketball on the road. Now, I want to get one thing clear, one thing straight, one thing off my chest. The Thunder were going to win this game regardless. The entire reason that the Los Angeles Lakers lost this game is because after Shai Gilgeous-Alexander picked up that flagrant.
No, I think they would have won game one if it wasn't the way it was. Game one was super close, and then there was so many bad plays where fucking SGA plowed over Austin Reeves, and then Marcus Smart got called for the offensive foul instead of the defensive foul instead of an offensive foul on SGA. And that was like a turning point in the game because we was only down like 5 or 6 points at that point. And like, it's just constant.
He had 4 fouls, which meant that he had to go to the bench for the rest of the entire third quarter. And the Lakers had a very good opportunity that they couldn't cash in on because Jared McCain came in and tore them right up. But all of this could have been avoided with 2 things. 1, you call the fouls before they get worse. And 2, why did they even start putting in a flopping technical if they're never going to call it? Chet Holmgren acts like he got hit in the face, baits the ref into making a call. He doesn't get punished for it. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, there's a couple times this game, but the clips were copyrighted and I would get struck off the face of the earth if I posted them on here. Didn't get touched, got a foul called, baited the refs into another call. There's been times where the Lakers baited refs into calls. At some point, the NBA has to step down and say, hey, we aren't even really playing much basketball anymore. We're doing a lot of acting.
I don't like the foul baiting that Luka does. Luka is such a beast that I wish he would just play ball.
And the refs have become a very key point in this game. And if a ref is ever a very key point in any game, it's not a good game.
That's a problem.
And if the NBA doesn't get control on this, now I hope this doesn't happen, if the NBA doesn't get control on this, people are going to stop watching.
Yeah.
Because if there is any single league out of any sports league in the entire world that has lost all credibility to back their officials, it is the NBA.
Fact.
You've had multiple refs fired for showing favoritism to a team. You have a ref that is so...
That's not necessarily true. The NFL, too, though. Like, they've had the NFL in the Super Bowl, in the biggest games of it all, where the refs were in on the deflate game and shit like that and knew what was going on. So the NFL has lost a lot of credibility, too. But
so notorious for swinging the game in calls of the favor of the team that's down in the series that they literally call him the extender.
The extender, I was
they
about
literally
to say.
call Scott Foster the extender. And that's not to mention the entire Tim Donaghy scandal from the early 2000s where he was actively betting on games. So now the NBA is coming out and being like, why is everyone talking about the refs? Gee, I don't know, because you've had referee problems for the last 25 years, and you say that you've addressed it, but you never have. So now a game 2, which we should be talking about how big Jared McCain was off the bench, how Austin Reeves bounced back from an awful game 1, and how Cason Wallace clutched up in the 4th. Now we're talking about the refs. And this is nobody's fault except for the NBA and Adam Silver's. So if anybody from the NBA is watching this video, number 1, please do not strike me off the face of the earth. I like making YouTube videos. Number 2, if any of you guys are still watching at this point, hit like and subscribe. I'm trying to grow the YouTube. I'm trying to get a nice little plaque.
Hit a like and subscribe, man, if y'all watching
I brushed my teeth, so I'm not getting plaque there, so I want a plaque for the YouTube channel. But I am serious. The NBA has a massive problem on their hands because tonight was the first time in my entire life that I have ever seen a team so upset with the refs that they had a press conference with them at mid-court the second the buzzer went off. I kid you not. If you look at the thumbnail, that is a real picture. Austin Reeves said that the ref cussed at him and started talking to him and screaming at him. Ref, this is not your game.
No.
People are not lining up to watch you. I'm sorry if that's breaking news, but the refs have to stop
give a fuck about
changing games like this and instead just let the players play.
Exactly. I'm tired of it.
Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day or night whenever you are watching this. Yes,
man, this
it is 1 a.m. Yes, I am uploading this.
He did a good video. He did a fair analysis. There was only the one play that I didn't agree with, the Austin Reeves play. I don't think that shit should be called a defensive foul. I think defense needs to be played like that again. I think the hand check needs to come back like in the 90s and the early 2000s. I think all of that needs to come back into effect. The game needs to be more physical again. We don't need this soft ass getting away with little bitty foul bait and shit and flopping shit. I don't want none of that. But man, yeah, It's still live checking back out with y'all, man. Peace out.